Okay, this is a light test. First one, I'm just going to try my little ball light. It looks like a ball. Okay, so that's the ball light. It's approximately 5 watts. I think it's 1200 lumens. Okay, let's bring it around in front of you. Won't face it towards the camera because it's pretty bright. Okay, you know. Alright, so there's that one. So the next light we're going to try is a TP Chinese Astro pneumatic light that I brought. Right, so that's minimum brightness. That's just on. So we'll slowly ramp it up. Okay, that's maximum brightness. And we'll crank it back down. Right, minimum brightness. Okay, so we got that one. The next light we have is a light I brought from L.E.D quite some time ago. It runs was a 26 SMD LEDs. So this is a first brightness. Might be able to see a little bit of the flicker there from the pulse width modulated, right? And maximum brightness. Okay, quite bright. Now I got one more that I want to try. Now the light I can only run at maximum because the controller died, so I'm running it straight from power. Anyway, so we'll just fire it up. So hang on a sec. Right, well this is the other light I was talking about. So it's 70 watts. Claims it's 10,000 lumens of power. It is so bright that the cameras had to reduce the amount of light that it's getting in there. To me, it's exceptionally bright. I'm holding underneath the camera at the moment because it runs off a sealed lead acid battery, and the battery's not fully charged. Anyway, this light draws 6 amps. So we'll just go outside, out the back, and you can have a look at it out. Okay, here I am outside. Once again, the camera is not doing this justice. It is way brighter than this. Okay, the other end of the fence down there is about 75 feet. What else can we shine? Yeah, don't know whether you'll be able to pick the tree up there. No, too much shine from the fence. Incredibly bright, this light. I was going to use it as a work light, set up in a housing, and run it off 12 volts. Those panels there are solar panels. They are used to charge things. So yeah, my grass needs cutting. Anyway, that's the lights that I've got currently at the moment. These are my high powered lights. I do have a high powered spotlight. I might bring that out there because that's really good. I just thought I'd throw these in. These are little LED media lights. Nice. I got 8 of them. I just hanging up on my DVD racks here. Yeah, just, they have a nice amount of light. They're not really super bright, so they don't look too bad to me. But anyway, interesting light. So there's the patterns they do, and all random. Each of them does their own thing. Okay, I'm back outside. As you can see, it's quite bright, quite dark here. There's a little bit of light in the sky from Fremantle Port, where I currently am at the moment. Anyway, I come out to show you this light. So here is this light. Different intensities and the strobe effect. SOS. Sorry, just going through the modes again, but maximum. And that's about 200 feet away, that tree. And the other one over there, that's 500 feet away. And that's from this light. So it's basically a floodlight. It's only 15 watts. It's rated at 4,000 lumens. But as you can see, there's tons bright enough. There are ones out there that are a lot brighter. Anyway, this is a tactical light. It's in a solid case, waterproof case. You could hit people with it and do damage. Okay, I just thought I'd show you this torch. This is the torch. It's approximately 10 inches long. It houses two 18650 rechargeable batteries in there. Currently at the moment there's two 2600 milliamp hour batteries in there. At high power, you get 5 hours runtime. At minimum power, get about 15 or 16 hours out of it. Here's the 3 5-watt LEDs at the end of it. I've had this torch for quite some time, and as you can see, there's not very many scratches or anything on it at all. It was a bit expensive. I think it was about $60, and that's not including the batteries. I had to buy the batteries and the charger, so I've actually got a charger for it as well to charge the two batteries up. But I'm more than happy. I don't use it all that much because it's too bright. I've got other torches that are not so bright, and are more hand torch sort of things. So I'll actually show you those ones. I'll bring them out. Okay, this first torch here next to the other bigger one, I picked it up off the internet. I think it was about $7. Has a single 18650 in there. It claims it's about 500 lumens, I think. But the good thing about it is that it's got very useful light output. So we'll just show you the different light outputs that it has. That's maximum, and that's really just a huge flood. But you can zoom it down to a nice fine beam. Alright, and then you can lower the intensity. It also has that stupid strobing effect. I don't know why they do that. And it also has the crazy SOS. Right, so that's that light. We can show you the LED in there. Okay. And the final torch that I got is this little fella here, a little tiny thing it is. Sorry about that pulsing from the light. I can't do anything about that. So this is about 5 inches long. Takes 3 AAA batteries, made of nice sturdy aluminium. It's IP67 waterproof, and same sort of thing. You can change the change this light by turning it. So we'll just show you the light output. The batteries are a bit flat, so you can see the pulse width modulation in there. Right, that's minimum. Right, there's your SOS. Right, and once again, you can hopefully we can change the angle of the beam. Yeah, we can. Goes down to quite a narrow beam, so we'll get rid of that. So it goes down to quite a narrow beam, It's not as wide angled as the other one, but I do tend to use this torch quite a bit, mainly because it's a lot easier to handle, and to keep in your hand. The other torches are a bit bigger, so anyway, I thought I'd show you those torches. These ones are nothing fantastic. I think this one's about 500 lumens as well, and as I said, the battery's a bit flat, so it tends to default once the batteries are going flat. You just get one setting on it, and that's when you know the batteries are flat, and it just continually loses brightness as it goes. So anyway, there we are. Okay, just for a bit of shits and giggles, I replaced the batteries in that little torch, because obviously they were flat, or getting close to it. So I'm back in my hallway. I'm 20 feet from that door, so you can see the brightness levels. Right, there's definitely pulse width modulation happening there, because I can see it. Once again, now that's the minimum brightness, so it doesn't look all that bright. For me, it doesn't look really bright, so the camera is really compensating for that. But turning it back to full brightness, the camera really does do its most not to let too much light come in the shutter. To me, that's quite bright. But this is it's a good, nice little torch. It's just a shame that it takes AAA batteries. Anyway, these are AAA rechargeable batteries. They're only 600 milliamp hour at 1.2 volts. So anyway, that's a lot. It's not bad. It's nice and bright. Good for just for general working around. I've also got a headlight as well. Now that's interesting. Okay, back in the same area that I was before. Okay, there's a light on over there. I should turn that light off. I'll just go and do that. Hang on. Okay, here we are back in almost complete darkness again. Yes, there is a little bit of a blue glow from there. Anyway, I'm going to turn this little headlight on. So the headlight runs on two 18650s. They're 22 milliamp hour. This light runs for I think it's 10 hours on maximum brightness, and on minimum brightness runs for a couple of days. But once again, it's got some that crazy strobing flashing shit on it. Anyway, we'll fire it up. Right, you've got your adjustable beams, of course. So you've got your spot there, and then your flood. Right, which is quite good. Then you've got setting 2, setting 3. Sorry, where'd that go? There's setting 1, setting 2. Oh, there's only 2 settings. Sorry, don't even know my own torch. All right, so there we are. So we've got the minimum setting. I tend to use it at that. This light does get quite hot. It's supposed to have a 10 watt LED. It's not the cheapy Chinese brand. This is quite a good brand, this one. And the LED does get quite hot inside its housing. And I've had issues running it for long periods of time because it's sitting on your head and it gets hot. The heat transference can be quite an issue, but it's not a bad little light. BigClive.com, on his channel, he pulled apart one similar to this one, but not the same. Definitely not the same. This one's way better made than the one that he had on his website, the one he pulled apart. This one's been apart, and it runs a standard 10 watt LED driver. Runs the WD01 charging IC to charge the batteries, but I've got protected batteries in it anyway, so and I can run old laptop batteries in this without any issues at all. I just put a little blob of solder on the end of the cells, and it actually makes contact. That way you never ever run out of light for this thing. You can keep it going indefinitely for weeks on end. Considering I've got about 25 18650 batteries all around the 2 amp hour. All pretty good that I've pulled out of the laptops, so all the junk ones I've thrown out and kept all the good ones. Anyway, that's just a little bit of a light roundup for me. As I said, this is quite a good light. Goes for quite a long distance, especially in its fine mode. It goes quite a long distance. The floodlight just gives you so much light. It is quite a good light. So, all right, that's it for now. Thank you.